Hey everybody, what's up and welcome back to more CCLP2. We're on Hard as Rock. This is another Christian stall level and I really like it. I think it's interesting. I'm going to see if I can hold this button down and then make it back without dying. Yes, made it. Okay, good. I guess that would have had to have been possible to grab that. So, that works. And I'm going to release this dirt because I don't want that cloning happening on a constant basis, so let's do that. And then we can go over here. Now the bowl route for this level actually involves not doing anything with the trap button, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, because you can actually make it through without a whole lot of waiting, or possibly no waiting. I can't even remember. But anyway, it's always misleading when like a bunch of balls kind of stagger like that, and then you have some that are just kind of clumped together, and then some that are separate, and then you're like, oh, they're separate, and then they're not. So then they all just go together like that. Those three right there. See those three? They're rebels, I tell you. Rebels! I don't know where I was going with that. Anyway, can we make this? No, we can't. Okay, are they going to clump? Yep, they're going to clump. And we're going to go down over here and into blob territory. I think I've made it pretty clear that I'm not a big fan of blobs. Thankfully, this room is open, so it's not... Ooh, we had invisible walls. Okay. It's not too bad with the room being open like that, but still. And also, that paramecia cloner is what the clone button was controlling, so with the dirt gone, now it won't clone as much. We can make it through that whole hallway there. And this isn't so bad. This is pretty easy. So here's the ending. You get chased by this bug, and there's an invisible wall behind the blue lock, so the blue key wasn't actually necessary. I shouldn't have wasted time on that. But we exited, so that's Hard as Rock complete. I think there was an invisible wall there. Part of the problem, I should have done some research on some of these levels beforehand, but I didn't really prepare much for this Let's Play, and that was kind of by design. Like, I really didn't want this Let's Play to be a rehearsed thing, like I mentioned in the beginning. I just wanted to enjoy the levels and have a good time. So I'm kind of fuzzy on some of the details involving a few of these. And like I said, it's kind of contingent on whether or not I've played them recently. But, oh, I didn't need to go all that way. Oh well. Alright, so take note. You have to go left through that teleport that precedes the one that emerges over there in that square in order to avoid being clobbered by a ball. So, just a friendly reminder. And here's some bugs. Thankfully we can block that one out. And, okay, that was dumb. There you go. Okay, thankfully that didn't really affect us too badly. So let's go left through the teleport. Avoid Mr. Glider, and we have to go down through the teleport to avoid being hit by the glider. Okay. There we go. Made it. So this is another Christian stall level. It was originally called Chipster's Fight, without an apostrophe in it, but it was changed to Chips Fight, much like, I think it was Mad's Rush and Mad's Rush 2. They originally had another name, like, one was called Mad something, and then the sequel was called Mad's Marsboro, or, not Marsboro, that's a cigarette thing. Mad something, I forget what it was, but it was changed to Mad's Rush, for CCLP2 this release, so that's kind of nice. This level, island hopping, is a nightmare to optimize, mainly because of that random force floor segment there. But ultimately what you want to do is you want to get this ball buttons down. And there's a whole section here with these gliders, which is very interesting, because the level creator, I think it's Paul Hobden who created this level, seem to have built this section down over here, I'll show you, where you have to, it seems like you have to take blocks down to explode all the bombs, which means bridging all the way down. But you don't actually have to do that. You can lead the gliders down there. which is pretty nifty. So let me show how that works. Yes, I believe this is the column, right? The second to last. Yes, okay. So before I direct anybody there, I'm going to put one block to the right of where they spit out on the clone machine, and then the other one is going to go below the toggle wall. And I'm going to have a couple more over here that directed the gliders down, although... Oh, I could have just used the chips as... I forgot about that. Oh well. It's not too bad. Okay, so let me just go ahead and do this guy and that guy. And... Oh, wait a minute. My bad. I need to get one more. Because I need to... put this over there. Like that, and then that. Okay. So that should be good enough. So... Oops. That was kind of a fail. Okay, so now I need to get one more, so I totally messed that up. Yeah, this is not going the way I thought it was going to go. So let me push that back, and then we're going to avoid hitting the button, and except I can't. Oh well. There we go. This is not turning out the way I thought it was going to be. Tell you what, I'm just going to do this. I don't care. Let's do this, go over here, and then go. Hopefully those gliders won't do anything dumb. Okay, there's only 2 gliders. That's kind of an issue. And I need another block still. I know the bold route is like much more slick than this. I probably could have saved way more time if I had just done this the right way. But anyway, I think... Oh, right, it's going to hit the button and then... this whole plan was a fail. Yeah, that was not good. Okay, so we're going to have to do this the long way then. Never mind. Never mind on the short way. That was silly. I'm just going to go this way because this is going to be easier to extract everything from or through. Hopefully we'll have enough time. I think we'll have enough time. It's really not that bad. So here's my plans for the remainder of this Let's Play. I'm hoping, I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm hoping to make the remaining videos have 10 levels apiece in them. And we'll see how that strategy turns out. At least 10 levels. I think that's pretty reasonable for the final stretch of CCLP3, the final third, or 2, the final third. Definitely not 3. CCLP3 is a monster to complete, even if you do know how to do everything. But yeah, CCLP2, I think that's the best bet at this point. Plus, I'm going to be doing a lot more commentary on CCLP3 and the creation of it and stuff, because I've got so many more things to talk about there than with this set. With this set, what I really want to do is mainly talk about design and how, you know, design was sort of changed by this set and how the community was really transformed by it. I guess I haven't really talked about the latter thing yet. So, long story short, CCLP2 really gave a big boost to the CC community. Like, I think because a lot of people were really disappointed in the fact that CC2's release was pretty much put on hold indefinitely after what had happened with the rights and everything. So, the idea of another set coming out to replace CC2 essentially as a sequel to the game, even though it really wasn't the same thing, excited a lot of people, which is really awesome. And there were so many people who came back who were like part of the old Charter Chipsters group and stuff. And it was just so cool to watch. And I really miss that sense of excitement. I mean, nowadays, there's a pretty dedicated group of people who frequent, you know, the forums like CC Zone and stuff. And now the news group, as of this recording session, is dead. So it's kind of a bummer that there's only really one place to, you know, interact with people who enjoy the game and stuff. Okay, and this section's a little treacherous, but thankfully it's predictable, which is nice. And there are all the gliders. They're cavorting there. So yeah, like I said earlier, after CCLP2 came out, there was a huge rush of level design that came about, like this big desire to get into the next CCLP, because everyone was talking about there being another one after this came out. So it was fun to see that. Anyway, Pyramid is the next level. This is a level by Tyre Thali. It's the first level of her set. I believe, let's see. The hint says, if you read the hint, it says you need to hit one button twice. I don't know which button that is. Okay, it's... Wait a minute. Where do you get... Okay, it must be the tank. Wait. Yeah, it must be the tank button. Yeah, it must be a tank button at this point. So if there's an area with 2 teeth, that's pretty much death. You don't want to go there. Okay, so hit that. Although, wait a minute. No, these teeth are safe. So it's just the ones in the middle. So that's the pyramid portion of the level. Now we have this area over here, which is interesting because you have to do this timed thing if you're optimizing, where you jump into this force slide at just the right time to get off at just the right time. And I think it may require a half weight in MS. But anyway, here's the tank area, which bears a striking resemblance to Lesson 4 from the original CC. It's kind of nice, like, occasionally when things like that are referenced. Like, I really like that. In the middle of a strange and unfamiliar landscape, it's really cool to see stuff that looks familiar. And I'm going to go this way so the ball can hit that trap button and we can exit. So boom, pyramid complete. Now for the long block pushing level that I was thinking of in the last video when I was talking about there being one in most videos from this point onward. Yet another puzzle. This level is a level that I really like. It's a level by Eric Schmidt, and I gotta say, it's quite a neat concept. So here's the rub. Basically, all of the water spaces that we see down by the starting area have bombs underneath them. And if we were to go down here, we can see that there's a clone button that's connected to a block cloner that leads to a toggle button, which basically means that can only be used once. So what this level is trying to tell you to do is to get all these blocks crammed in here, and ultimately you want to bridge down through this to get to a tank button to release that tank guarding the exit. But there's a little problem with this whole thing, and that is that you don't really have enough blocks to go down there as it stands, because you only have 15 there, and 2 of them cannot really be moved out of the edge of that room. So that really narrows it down to 13. But there's yet another problem. There are 7 spaces to the tank button, and all of them have bombs underneath the water. So you basically need to get rid of these bombs. And the way to do that is you have to send the glider in that first room into the water area to do it for you. But not only do you have to do that, you also have to make sure that you make it to this area over here in time, because the glider is going to need to bounce off this dirt space I'm creating in order to take care of the upper row of bombs, because if he didn't, then he would just die in the fire there. So that's pretty much the crux of this level. It's a very neat concept. So at this point, we should have 12 blocks to use here, and 12 spaces that we need to fill or destroy in case of bombs. So really neat idea. This is actually one of my favorite levels in the set, believe it or not. And there's a few different ways you can do this room, but I'm going to try doing it. Okay, I've got something in mind for this room. So I should know this because I just optimized this in links recently, so I don't know why I'm kind of struggling to remember. The nice thing is that you can kind of bunch some blocks up there on the toggle door area, but I'm just going to worry about getting them on the top row for now, for the most part. You can also cram a bunch here on the right side as well, which is nice. This is the first use of what a lot of designers call the sardine can concept, where you cram a bunch of blocks into a room and then switch like a toggle door turnstile type mechanism in order to get the blocks to another area. Pie Guy used this concept to an incredibly crazy extent in his level Avalanche, which is, in my opinion, a masterpiece. So if you haven't seen Avalanche or solved it yet, it's quite a monster to solve, but definitely very satisfying. So let's see, we need 1, 2, and then we can also put in 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do we have 7? I hope I didn't mess this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good, we have 7. Okay, good, that is a relief. Just hopefully we have enough time. That's the key at this point. What is rather refreshing about this level is that the sardine can does allow for quite a few configurations for the blocks, which is a relief. Alright. So at this point, I'm just going to start piling them here. And I can't push the button yet until I'm completely ready, so I have to keep that in mind. Alright, good, good, good. Put one more there and then 2 above it, horizontally. I do like just how there are 2 blocks there, like that are completely unusable. That is pretty neat. It's kind of like the level is telling you, hey, you know, you have this many blocks, but you can only really use this many blocks. Okay, the glider's still going around, but thankfully he's really easy to dodge. And we can build only straight down, we can't do anything else. We also cannot let the glider press the tank button for us. And I have tried stuff like that in the service of hopefully getting more seconds on this level back when CCLP2 first came out. Sadly, it didn't work, which is a bummer. Okay. So now we have to do a little bit more work to get these guys out of here, but there's only 4 more left, so not too bad. As long as we don't hit that glider or drown, we should be alright. Okay, just playing it safe there. Don't want any crazy things happening. Okay, we got a lot of time on our hands, so that's not bad. Alright, and whoa! That was really close. But we made it. Yay! Yet another puzzle is complete. And we just crossed the 3 million mark, too. Sweet. Bounce is the next level. Alright, this is a nice short level by Tire Folly. I forgot if I mentioned the last level was an Eric level, but if I didn't, that was an Eric level. I could have survived that, but I didn't. Alright, I'm gonna just not hit the button just so the glider can... Whoops. I'm totally not doing this optimally, but I don't care. Yay, there we go. Got it. Balance complete. Joyride I. So this is a really fun level. Basically, this is the first level of its kind. It became a really popular level design trope after this level was released. But it's the whole force floor dodging slide thing. And wow, I'm being really jittery here today. And it's a really neat idea. This was also made by Christian. I think it was the first level that he released. So at least it was the first level in his submissions. So we're having a lot of first levels here. First Tyre Thali's first, and now Christian's first. Okay, and hopefully I can get bold. Yes, made it. Got bold, 6 seconds. Oh boy, Trix. Trix is a really tricksy level, for lack of a better way of putting it. So, you have a bunch of stuff here. And it looks like you can get that blue key, but there's fire under that block. And then the next thing you'll have to take note of is that you want to go through this door because there's a red door on this side, and you don't want to use your yellow key up. There's also a bunch of water underneath these blocks, and you don't want to fall for this, so you want to use this block. It's basically a guessing game. And if you couldn't tell by now, it's a Dave Borgman level. And then you go up here, there's like a couple of fake exits that you can't really get to. And I think those are actually the fake exit tiles, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. And then we go, and we held the trap buttons down, so we should be good for the trap stuff. We have a trap there. And then the other one is over here. And then we have water under these blue walls, but that's easy to avoid. And then we need a blue... Oh, right, we need to go back here for the blue key. And then we have fire boots. So that's pretty much the extent of Trix. And then we have a choice here at the end, except I need another chip. Did I forget a chip under a block in the first area? I did. There. Alright, so I managed to actually get this on my first try. So I believe the correct choice is the left path. The other ones just go to death under blocks. There we go. And the exit's under a block too. So that's Trix complete. And now for another Dave Borgman level, Blocked Trap. This is a very tough one. So we have a little joyride here in the first section, and then we get into another area, and then we have gliders, and a bunch of clone buttons that we uncover with the gliders. And we basically have to get these such that each glider destroys a set of 3 bombs, like that. We'll eventually go through there. But what I really want to make sure we have is a glider hitting the tank button. So I'm going to make sure that we do that. Oops. That didn't work out. Well, we may have to introduce some chaos here, so... There we go. Okay, that's not what I had in mind, but... There we go. Hopefully that won't really prevent us from doing anything awesome in the future. And then we have a bunch of hidden yellow keys, and there should be... Somewhere around here, there's... Yeah, skates. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of this hiding information stuff. Oh. Well, that did not quite go the way I thought it would. So yeah, you only want to press that red button once. You don't want to do what I just did there. Alright, so hopefully that will work. I'm going to try to hold another... Oh wait, I actually had to press that. Oops. I think I just cooked the level. Wait, what is this control? Another button? I forget what clone button does what, so I'm hoping that was it. Let's see if that actually worked. Oh wait, the other one controls the trap. Oh. Okay, yep, I think our goose is cooked on that. Okay. Not really doing very well with this, am I? Alright, so first things first. Okay, I just want to make sure I get everything out of the way here. Alright, so one more for this. And now I can press it. Now I can press this one. There we go. Now did that... Oh yeah, these are all fake, by the way. That's probably obvious at this point, because I haven't used any of them. I'm going to go ahead and try this out. It should work. And I think I may have just... Oh, no, I didn't. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to push it that far. I keep making the dumbest mistakes on this level, I'm telling you. Alright, that should do it. For the bomb explodiness. This is another level where the record stood for a while before it got broken. Wait, how would I... Oh wait, I would just push it there. Okay, so... I would push it all the way there. Just make sure that it doesn't... No, that wasn't what I had in mind. Oh boy. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me. Ah! Seriously, I keep making the silliest mistakes on this. Alright. Whoa, 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 no, 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 no. That's what happens when you start doing something a little differently. Alright, let's not do that again. And then that one. Okay. I remember that sequence. I was trying to improvise there. Alright, so this time, push this here. This time, remember to push this one up next and get it ready in position, and then hit this. Alright, now can we please stop being silly with this whole thing? Alright, that should be enough to get to the exit. So what you have to do over here is you have to make sure that you just wait for the tanks, essentially. And then that should be it. I thought. What? I thought this was how you did this. Okay, what am I missing here? Am I supposed to get the other... Is it this? Am I supposed to do this? Okay, apparently that doesn't work either, so I'm not entirely certain what... Yeah, I don't know what I'm missing here. I thought that was the rhythm, but apparently not. Yeah. I'm kind of lost. I'm not entirely certain what to do. I suppose I could clone 2 gliders to hit the tank button. I mean, that could work. Let's try that. I mean, I'm not going to... I can come in from the right, since I'm not going to really be pushing that block again, so let's try that. Oh, except I'm going to be pushing that, and then... Oh, boy. That ought to be fun. Okay, that takes care of that issue. Okay. Hopefully the rhythm here will be a little bit more friendly toward getting to the exit. See, it's little things like this in levels that I personally find that kind of a little bit unfair. Oh. Well, the other glider must have gone back and done some damage there. That was not what I had in mind, but I know a way to rectify this. I know of a way we can use to do this. So I can put the second block that I clone. Okay, I wasted time doing it like that, but still works. So I can put the second block, not that I clone, that I push up here on top of the second glider cloner. That way it's only 2 gliders cloned, not 3. So let's try that out. So do this and that. There, okay. So now there won't be anything hitting the toggle button anymore. Fingers crossed. Okay. Please don't be dumb. Really? How do you do this? Seriously, how do you do this? Do you clone 3? Okay, let me try cloning 3. I apparently have forgotten how to do this, so let's try it out. And this time I'm not going to use a block, I'm just going to push the button myself. I think that'll be the best option at this point. Alright, there we go. Alright, will that work, or am I just totally off the mark here again? At least we made it through pretty quickly. Okay. What? Is there a way to prevent that thing from going all the way? Like, oh, there. Alright, so somehow I managed to beat that. That was really silly. See, it's that kind of level I just don't like. But this level I do like. It's a kind of magic. We'll wrap up the video today with this because it's a really fun level. And if I don't die, we can pretty much beat it with pretty good time. So yeah, this level is basically all about getting balls, or excuse me, getting blocks, getting balls, getting blocks down into the water area up there, down here. I don't know what I'm saying, but hopefully it's somewhat making sense. And then you're having to go through this teleport maze to retrieve additional blocks and also get some chips. So pretty fun stuff. So that's one more block retrieved. And then we can push it here. This is a really crazy level to optimize as well. And I'm going to try to go up this way. Thankfully there is gravel here. There's a couple of chips that you can get here by doing this. Okay, and then we got the final one, but that was what I was afraid of, was that was going to happen. That's the only thing I don't like about this level, is that timing. Well, that was dumb too. That timing is just really evil. But I'm going to try to not push... Okay, I need to be really careful with this. I'm going to try to avoid balls being interfering here, and I'm going to not push that block out of the way yet. So let me do everything I can. Okay, that time I actually made it on this side. Last time I think I partial posted with the ball going in the way there. Okay, so now that ball is not bouncing around, I think we can push in peace. I believe the bold solution actually does involve risking it all to do everything quickly. But you really don't want to do that if you're just playing casually like this. Alright, there we go. Okay, now we just need to be super careful to avoid some sort of dumb death here at the very end. And that could have been bad. Like, I could have been pinned there. Whoa. Okay. I'm going to wait for the ball to come back down because I don't want to... You know what? No. I'm not going to wait. I'm going to go. 4:27. That's a pretty good time. And I think we'll close out the video here. We are on Monster Factory level 111. And we'll do this one in the next video. So until then, guys, thank you all so much for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to hit the like button. And I will catch you on the flip side. So take care and I'll see you then. Woo! This has been a fun video.